All right, today we're going to do something pretty cool. We're going to have our very first real conversation with a computer using a language called Python. And the very first thing we're going to teach it to say is just hello. So think of yourself less as a coder and more like a language tutor for a machine. Let's jump right in. So how exactly do you give a computer instructions it can actually follow? I mean, we can't just talk to it, right? We have to use a programming language, and we're using Python, which is one of the most popular languages on the planet, especially if you work with data, because it's super powerful but also really easy to read. Now, to get how Python works, you got to know it's an interpreted language. What that means is there's a program, the Python interpreter, that reads your code one line at a time, kind of like an actor reading a script, and it just does what it says right away. That instant feedback is exactly why it's so fantastic for beginners. Okay, so to get our script to the interpreter, we need a place to give our commands, and that place is called the terminal. I know it sounds super technical, but it's really just our direct line of communication to the computer. No secret hacking skills needed, I promise. And that's all it is. It's just a place to type. In the terminal, we're basically going to say, hey, Python interpreter, I've got a file over here with some instructions for you. Can you run it? It's the bridge between the code we write and the computer actually doing something. Think of it like the send button for our program. So what are these first magical words we're going to write? We're starting with a classic, hello world. It's this fun tradition in programming, and it's a really simple but powerful way to make sure everything is set up correctly and, that you've officially made the computer speak. First things first, just open any simple text editor and create a new file. You're going to name it hello_world.py. Now, the hello world part, that's just a name, but that .py at the end, that is super important. It's the little signpost that tells the computer, hey, this file has Python instructions inside. And this is it. This is the entire program, all in one single line. Print is a special command built into Python. It just tells the interpreter to show whatever you put inside the parentheses. And the text in quotes, hello world, well, that's exactly what we wanted to show. We're just giving one simple direct command. Print this phrase. All right, this is the moment of truth. We've written our instruction in our hello_world.py file. We have our command center, the terminal, all ready to go. Now it's time to put those two things together and actually bring our program to life. Let's see how it's done. The process here is really straightforward. First, you'll open up your terminal. Second, you just have to make sure the terminal is looking in the exact same folder where you saved your file. And finally, you type in the special command that tells Python to run your script. And this is the command. Let's break it down really quick. That $sign, just ignore it. That's just the terminal prompt. The word Python is what calls up the Python interpreter. And hello_world.py tells the interpreter exactly which file to look at. So what we're literally saying is, hey Python, run the instructions inside the hello_world.py file. So you've written the code, you've typed the command, and you've hit enter. So what happens next? This is the payoff. This is that moment where your instructions go from just text in a file to something the computer actually understands and acts on. And there it is, right there on the next line in your terminal, the computer talks back to you. Hello world. It might seem like a tiny little thing, but this is a huge moment. You just wrote and ran your very first Python program. You told a computer what to do, and it did it. Seriously, congratulations. Let's just quickly recap what actually happened there. You wrote an instruction in a special .py file. You went into the terminal and gave a command. The Python interpreter read your instruction and followed it, and you saw the result right on your screen. This simple loop, write, run, result, that's it. That's the foundation for all programming, from what we just did to the most complex apps out there. So there you have it. You've had your first chat with a computer. You've unlocked a totally new way to communicate and to build things. This one line of code is literally the first step towards creating amazing data visualizations, building machine learning models, or just automating boring tasks. The only question left is, now that you've said hello, what are you going to build next?